I'm back with my hive tool now. We're gonna get in here and see what the bees are doing. Then look real quick, make sure the queen ain't on the cover. These bees have a full box. I might borrow some of their feed or some of their honey and give it to one of the weaker colonies if we come across one that needs it badly. For now, I'm going to smoke their feeder to get them out of there while I pour it in there. While that's working on getting them all out, I'm going to go ahead and look in the bottom box. See how they're doing. Oh, and that's a heavy box. One of their apivar strips came out with the top box.
Looks like
I think the other one did too. I just don't see it anywhere. I'm going to do a quick look on these.
Alright.
There's some eggs in here in this section where the queen's backfilling. I wouldn't be surprised if she was on this frame. I'm going to look on the other side again real quick just to double check for her.
Is she marked?
Yes, she is marked in this hive. I'm not seeing her on this frame. But we've seen, if we don't find the queen, that's perfectly fine. We've seen that there's eggs. She's got all kinds of brood.
Are they gonna need another box?
They actually probably could use another box. There's a queen with some orange pollen this time.
A queen?
No, bee with orange pollen. Did I say queen?
Yeah.
There's a bee with orange pollen. They've got a queen cell built. Odds are they ain't going to fill it this time of the year because it would be hard for them to swarm and be able to build up by winter.
You wanna knock it off and give him a box?
Nah. Not until the apivar treatment is done with, we ain't adding another box.
Touche.
There's a lot of larvae on this frame. Can you see any of that down in there with the camera?
Yes. The bees don't like the cameras.
No, they don't like being recorded.
No. I don't like being stung.
This side's the same, all different ages of larvae, all the way down to eggs, it looks like, or a day or two old larvae possibly. There's a lot of bees in this box.
Yeah.
Whole lot of bees. I ain't gonna go all the way through this box and disturb all of them. We've done seen that the queen is doing an awesome job. She's got all stages of larvae, eggs. So I'm going to put the bottom box back together and fill their feeder up if all the bees are out of the feeder yet. Did you pause it? We're on hive 2 now. We're going to do the same, feed it and check and see how they're doing inside. I don't think they're doing quite as good as hive 1. They are a younger hive. They was actually partially split off of hive 1.
Sorry. Killed a hive beetle.
They seem to be doing a lot, build up a lot since the last time I've been in here. They've actually drawn out some of the top box. I think the last time we was in here, none of these were drawn out. And I can see a few over here. I don't think they've done anything over here yet. No, undrawn frames. They got a small spot drawn out on this next, or on the third one in. Starting here, it looks like they started drawing out more. They got a little spot. That side a little bit more, and they've got nectar in there.
And bridge comb.
They will probably have most of this box drawn out by winter. I was thinking of giving them somebody else's honey, but the way they're going, they may have this box filled in no time. We're just getting ready to start into the fall flow. Plus, I'm still giving them food. This hive and hive 3 I was worried about because they was both late splits. The queen's been up in the top box. She's been laying brood up here.
That's beautiful brood.
Both sides has some nice brood on it. Pretty good laying pattern. This frame, she's loading down, or they're loading down with nectar. This side they have nectar and they're still drawing it out. The next frame they just have a tiny bit drawn out. It don't look like they're storing anything in it yet or laying any brood. Feels like we have bridge comb between the two boxes. I'm going to smoke the feeder to get the bees out so I can fill it up shortly.
Without drowning.
Without drowning them. The thing I like about these Motherlode product feeders is these actually pop out. You can get all the bees out of there and fill it up with water or sugar water without having to worry about drowning them as much as a feeder in the last box. They purplize these together pretty good. I'm going to start on this outer frame because it looks like it's the one with the least amount. It's better to pull out a frame that don't have much on it. You're less likely to roll or smash a bee.
Or the queen.
Especially the queen, you don't want to. I believe the last time we was in here this was not drawn out at all. They started drawing it out a little bit. This one ain't drawn out at all on that side. And this one is the one I think I showed the last video that has the wonky comb.
I love the wonky comb. I know it's not good, but...
Well, I'm going to leave that there for now. At some point I'm probably going to have to clean all that up. Here's some of that comb I thought we had between the two boxes. I'm going to clean it up. And I believe my beautiful camera lady had a jar for me to put it in. This frame has a lot of pollen on it, and also the queen is right there on it. See all the pollen and all the different cells?
And bridgecomb. Beautiful.
That's a lot of pollen.
It is.
Now, because the queen is on this frame, I don't want to have it out long, because I don't want to lose her, which I'm not sure where she went to now. But luckily I kept it over the box, so if she hopped off, hopefully she hopped into the hive. Oh, she's still on the frame right there. So she's going back in the box. So I've seen some brood in the top box. I've actually seen the queen, so I know we are queen right. I would like to see a little bit of young larvae before I close it up. Which they've been packing this thing full of pollen. There's some older brood, and I don't know if the camera can catch it. Right there is some very young larvae and eggs.
Yes.
So we've seen all we need to see, really. Queen's doing a good job. The bees are filling up, drawing out more comb. So they are in good shape. If they let me put these two frames together without jumping in between them. Now, I'm not positive where the queen is, so I'm going to be super careful sliding these together, because the last thing I want to do is smash the queen this time of the year. We'll put these back together. Being it's in the brood area, I'm putting the frames back in the orientation they was. Come on, get out from in between there. Centering them back up real quick. I'm going to put this top box on and fill up the feeder.
Hold on, we need to mark.
I want to.
Okay.
We can pause it and put it back.
Alright.
Is it already still going?
Yep.
So with the top back on, I'm going to fill this feeder up, and with the, I believe the fall flow is starting now, so they're going to have all kinds of resources to be able to draw more comb and get a winter stock build up. And then off the camera, me and my wife shown label the year for the frames so we know what year in the future they are. And then we'll close this hive up and move on to the next. We'll see you at the next hive. This is hive 4. We're going to do the same as the last 3, which I don't think the hive 3 recorded.
And I'm not getting as close.
On hive 3, Tracy ended up getting stung 4 times. It also started raining on us while we was in hive 3.
Yeah.
This hive is pretty full. I'm going to go through these some, but I can already tell you, looks like they're well off. Looking down into the frames, it looks like there's stuff on every frame. But this is one of the original ones from back in the spring. This side over here they've drawn out I haven't done nothing to it. This side, this top is honey, and it looks like everything else is filled with nectar. This is a heavy frame.
You got brood and honey, kept honey.
This, yeah, it has freshly laid eggs and honey at the top. The second half, or the top half is all. So yeah, brood and young larvae through there.
I have no idea if it's picking it up.
That's a heavy frame. This frame is drawn out odd. They drew it thicker than they should have, so the next frame's thinner than it should be. So, looks like they have a few random drone brood going. They got drone brood at the bottom of this one. This whole side's nothing but brood, with a little bit of honey up in this corner. I'll turn it around so you all can see it too.
Beautiful.
So it looks like the ones that look empty on this side are actually young larvae.
He doesn't know we got a video of it.
Yeah, but I didn't know if you could see it or not.
We could at the end.
I'm not going to go through this whole box because we obviously have young larvae. The queen looks like she's doing good on this couple frames on the top. Hopefully she's doing just as good on the bottom.
And they got plenty of honey.
Yes, they got plenty of honey in this box. I think they could almost survive on just what's in this top box.
Sorry.
Move this top box off to the side, which it's a heavy box.
You took it. Where are you?
Oh, I ripped open some brood.
Where is it? There it is. Are those mites? Or is that wings or whatever?
That is part of the bee there.
Awesome. Well, it's not awesome, but
this is a good time to look for mites, though. This one does have a mite on the bottom side.
oh,
So, when you rip open brood, you can look for mites, which that right there is a mite. They're actually currently in the process of being treated for it.
smush it.
But I'm going to go ahead and smush this one, if I can.
But not on camera.
Since it's ripped open and these are all not going to make it, I'm going to set this off to the side. Because I don't want the death of them causes the death of others by being smashed. I'm going to pull out one of the edge frames first.
Oh, they're filling it out.
These have got a bit of pollen on this one and nectar mixed, or both on this side. Today's probably not a good day to be out working bees.
Nope.
It's overcast. We've had one rain shower pop up on us while we're out here. Bees ain't happy when you're in them when it's overcast. Now, I don't know if I ever pointed out a drone on camera. Before I flipped the frame around, there was two. Right there's one that's a drone. Right over here, there's another drone. They're a beggar bee. All they do their whole life is mate with the queen, or a queen, not the one from their own hive, though. Besides that, they just eat resources and
take up
consume.
space.
Yeah, take up space. This one has a bunch of older larvae not capped yet, and capped larvae too. They're going to probably be capping the rest of those here in the next couple days. This other side has some a little bit younger and some capped. I haven't seen much young larvae yet. Did we see any in the top box that was young?
I think we did.
I'm going to check another frame or two. I believe everything looks good in
We
this
did.
hive. We did see some young.
Because I made the joke that you ain't seen them yet.
So they've got a good queen. They're working everything. There's some young eggs and larvae on this one too. So all right in this. Everything going good in this hive. So I'm going to put this back in there. Put the other frame back in there where it came from.
Are you going to mark it?
And we're going to mark all of these.
And let's make you the back way.
After I mark all these, which we'll do probably off the camera, I'll put the top box back on and give them a gallon of sugar water. They don't really need it. But it won't hurt to be a little heavier for the winter. So we'll pick back up in a little bit.